tackle tonight. What do you say? Let's get after it. Let's get after it. What do you say? Let's get after it. The new happy hour, according to one of our fans. So what do you say? Let's get after it.
He must have practiced that in the mirror for hours. I don't care. All right. The world is ending yet again. The latest existential terror, Justice Kennedy hanging up his robe. Could he be giving it up for this one? I would. It's time to relax. He's 81 years old. Come on, give the guy a break. Still, I wonder if we're screwed.
Oh, we are supremely screwed.
In some ways, it feels like all hope is dead.
In some ways, it feels like all hope is dead.
Trevor, you're on Comedy Central. What part of that title are you forgetting? Thank God this hysteria isn't contagious.
If he's gone and they replace him with a classic, one of these Mike Pence type Republicans, God help us.
What's the court going to look like for the next 30 years?
We're looking at a destruction of the Constitution of the United States.
The only way that we're going to stop this is eventually we're all going to have to put our bodies on the line.
Oh, I feel bad for that line. The medical term for this, losing their I can't blame them. The guy they hate is doing pretty good. And we have nicer boats.
We got nicer boats.
See, I told you I wouldn't lie about nicer boats. So how do we respond to this widespread panic? I'm torn. Should I get after it, Chris?
There is a lot to tackle tonight. What do you say? Let's get after it. Let's get after it. What do you say? Let's get after it. The new happy hour, according to one of our fans. So what do you say? Let's get after it.
Yes! Let's get after it. Every day something happens and the media announces the end of the world, and when it doesn't happen, they act like they never said it. They did it with the Paris Accords, North Korea, tax cuts, now this. And the fact that they're always wrong, it doesn't stop them. Mayflies have longer long-term memory, and they croak in 2 hours. So, time to replace the boy who cried wolf fable with the hosts who scream apocalypse. The average anchor is now the freak on the street corner wearing his mother's wedding dress with a golf bag over it, screaming that the end is so near it was actually last week. So what happens if we truly have an apocalyptic problem? Will the public even listen? What if something truly bad happens? Like Costco running out of Kirkland's signature Italian-style meatballs. They are amazing. I eat them frozen in the dark alone. Still, I wonder, should I get after it?
There is a lot to tackle tonight. What do you say? Let's get after it. Let's get after it. What do you say? Let's get after it. The new happy hour, according to one of our fans. So what do you say? Let's get after it.
It's the funniest thing ever. Now, remember when this week was about civility? Everybody was calling for it. Even cable news. Yeah, these guys.
They got 49 votes. They lose. So my question is, politically, what's the best strategy and the best tactic for a Democrat to get a Republican to flip on this?
There you go. And now everybody wants calm. And they're right. Now we got a congresswoman encouraging conflict. We got people heckled at homes while others are harassed at restaurants. It's like the dawn of the dead, except it's feelings and not zombies that are eating us alive. So where does this end? I mean, what happens if all restaurants started to discriminate based on their personal preferences? Maybe one already does.
Are you tired of being kicked out of restaurants halfway through your meal because someone finds you problematic? Don't you wish you could know you're not welcome before you went inside? From the founders of Hasselbee's and Outback Judge House comes Snubway. It's the only restaurant where you can't even enter until you've been thoroughly vetted as a person.
Hi, welcome to Snubway.
Hi, 2 please.
I have this picture of you from 2013 where you're wearing a man bun. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
It was just a phase.
There's no statute of limitations on poor life decisions. Next.
Hi, we have a reservation. It's our anniversary.
Oh, great. Just one question. What's your favorite TV show to watch together?
Oh, that's easy. We love The View.
We don't serve your kind here. Next.
And even if you do manage to get into Snubway, you won't last long, because we'll learn everything about you until we find something we disagree with.
Excuse me, sir. I see that here you went on a 14-tweet rant harassing Lou Dobbs, and yet there's a baby as your profile picture. Is that your child?
Yeah, so?
Get out. All of us? We barely know this guy. If you're eating with him, you're just as guilty. Beat it, losers.
Snubway. We're so picky about our business that we rarely have any at all.
Some fine acting. All right. So could this harassment get any worse? I don't know. The good thing is most people have jobs, so you don't go around shouting at people if you got a sales call in the morning. The jerks chasing people around, they aren't commanding a sales force. They're barely commanding clean underwear. My advice for libs, focus on ideas and not people. Demonizing never ends well for anyone. Call someone a Nazi and you end the discussion before it starts. So my solution, it's kind of sincere, even naive, and it might get me laughed out of here. But I think we need a peace movement and we need the right to start it, because to expect one from the left, it's just silly. Right now, they're in a state, and everything to them is a helpless calamity. They don't like us much. It's why an outstretched hand must come from us. Now, Trump did it with North Korea. Netanyahu is trying with Iran. Could we do it with our fellow Americans? Maybe. Now, your generosity may not be reciprocated, but before we decide to match anger with anger, why not take the high ground? If it still goes bad, at least you know you did your best when they're at their worst. Let's welcome tonight's guests. He's obviously let himself go. His washboard abs are now washboard flabs. Retired Green Beret Master Sergeant Terry Shepard. He's crushed more sets than Godzilla in Legoland. His latest book is called Everybody is Awful Except You, and it's excellent. Actor and comedian Jim Florentine. She's saltier than a bowl of barroom peanuts. National Review reporter Catherine Timpf. And he can make mountains look like molehills. Former WWE superstar, my massive sidekick Tyrus. All right, Terry. What do you think of my idea? Am I stupid?
No, I actually think it's kind of that's a very nice idea, and it's got merit. A couple things.
Yes.
The Dems are pretty clever about this, because I was driving the other day and I heard Rachel Maddow. They were playing a soundbite. She actually said this, and I think she might believe it. You know, Dems, we don't go for radical things. We're the ones who try to play by the rules. And I did the Little Rascals triple take in my car. I went. Because I was like, are you kidding me, man? That's exactly what they don't do. But let me say this, America.
What?
Do not forget.
Yeah.
If your movement goes, that's great. But I will tell you now, do not forget in the last couple years what the left has said about you. Do not forget what they've called for you to submit to. Do not forget what they stand for. Do not forget all the things they have done, because they're going to try to sweep up. Are you smirking at me?
Yeah, I just realized there goes my peace movement. No. If you actually remember what the left does to you, there can't be no peace movement.
Now listen, dude, 25-year Green Beret. I don't forget. So I'm willing to hold out the olive branch. But I'm just telling you now, I might even forgive, but I will not forget, because they're going to do it again. But I think what you're saying is actually a good idea.
You're like a cross between a Green Beret and Alanis Morissette.
Yeah, I will do things to you in a movie theater and something. Let's move on. Do you like the pirate shirt?
Yeah.
I wore it on my show.
Enough of this apparel disgraces, Jim. Does everybody just need to lighten up? What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I mean, look, Maxine Waters, she's saying, her theory is if we harass any people that work for Trump, they're going to quit.
Yeah.
So he's probably going to hire somebody else to fill that slot. It's not going to be at the point where Trump's going to be in the White House by himself going, I got nobody.
I know.
All my people are getting harassed. There's 100 other people waiting for that job. So your theory's not going to work.
Exactly. Yeah. Where do you see this going? Do you see this see this getting worse? Because they're going crazy about the Supreme Court nomination, and it hasn't even happened yet.
The left, I mean, I'm surprised they get hysterical and overreact on things.
You know, when they vibe normally.
It really is.
It's not their vibe normally.
You know, when they think that Roe versus Wade is going to overturn the first day.
Yes.
That new judge is there. You know what I mean? Like they really think that first day it's going to get overturned.
Yeah.
It's not. Just relax. It's
Yeah,
gonna be
just
okay.
relax. Kat, my concern is that they're already at, from a scale of 1 to 10, they're already at an 11. So where can this go?
It seems like it's going to stay at 11. I'm someone who is upset a lot, but I do this thing where sometimes when I'm upset, I'm just kind of upset.
Yeah.
I don't think that my whole life is over and that the world is going to end. And the people on the left aren't really like that. It's always everything's over now, the country's over, everything's done. Just once after Trump does something or something happens, I'd like to hear one of them say, I don't really care for that.
Yes.
That's a good alternative, right? Right now, they're like people who call 911 every time they sneeze more than once in a row.
Yeah.
You know, they think they're dying. You're not always dying until you are.
That's true. For the media, basically, cable news is their 911. They just get up there and they just go, ah! Tyrus, shoot.
All right, Greg, let's get after it.
Oh, yes! Yes! Boom! You always talk about taking the high road. I'm
tall. I have no choice. I wear shirts. He wears blouses. I'm just different.
That's right.
Should conservatives try to take the high road? Is it pointless?
Greg, may I call you Greg?
Yes. It's better than what you call me at home.
I've never been to your home, Greg. I have a competitiveness in me.
Yeah.
I don't like to see people succeed. And I hate most people.
That's true.
So this is a happy time for me. I enjoy the whining and crying.
Yes.
When I was in the WWE, I loved being a bad guy.
Yeah.
I loved stepping on toys and seeing kids cry. And it was just one of my favorite things, you know, like I enjoy the mass hysteria.
Yeah, you do.
I love it. I think it's great. The Republican president and the Republican Senate and the Republican House gets to choose their Supreme Court justice. Oh my God, what are we going to do? They're going to take away our rights? No, they're going to have rights and right agenda. That's why you vote. And we were voted so we can make those choices. So it's not your turn. So you'll have to wait.
But you know,
till it is your turn.
I guess I was curious. I asked this a lot. I'm like, were these people like this before this happened, or did this do it to them?
No,
because I feel like the seed of insanity had to be in them, or the seed of weakness where they just break so easy.
In fairness, we got to kind of look at ourselves as who started the fight.
What do you mean?
Like, usually when you win, you're kind of like, I like to thank my opponent. Good job. We'll keep moving. We kind of went a little different way.
Yeah.
But we still.
No, that's true.
Trump likes to get on there and talk about your mama and let you know he beat you and continue to let you beat you. And every time you think the wound's in, he'll walk by with some salt and put it on you. So
give you a wedgie.
And at first, the Democrats didn't know what to do. They curl up in the ball and they're like, "This isn't right. He needs to stop doing this." Now they're trying to fight, but they kind of fight like this. They don't really. They haven't. My arms are too big to do that, but maybe, Greg, could you put your arm through?
Yeah, I could try.
There you go. But they don't know how to fight.
No,
they just don't know how to fight.
It's a good point, but we have to go. But I do think that a lot of this started with the Vietnam War. I'm going to go back and say
I think
the moment that a large group of the population demonized the military, called it the baby killers, and that became part of the media narrative that these people were at fault. We've never turned.
It hasn't stopped.
It hasn't stopped. Anyway, sometimes I come up with something interesting.
Sometimes you don't suck, yeah.
All right. That was uncalled.
Was that too much?
Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? I could be wrong. Don't forget, you can pre-order my new book, The Gutfeld Monologues. It's in stores July 31st. And the book tour starts August 4th. I'll be in Fort Worth and Dallas. You can see the rest of the current schedule right there on the screen. Look at it closely. More dates to be announced. Once they're set, I will let you know, because why would I keep it a secret? Go to gutfeld.com for more information. Now, coming up, Trump's poll numbers are up. My cholesterol is down. It's a win-win for everyone. Like the half-eaten pie perched on Alec Baldwin's reclining belly, Trump's poll numbers are on a roll. Despite some recent controversies, Trump's popularity for some reason just keeps rising. The Real Clear Politics average of polls has Trump's approval rating at over 43%. That's similar to where past presidents have been at this time in their term. And it's Trump's handling of the economy that Americans like best. A CNBC survey has Trump's economic approval rating at 51%, a 6% jump from March, which is probably why Bill Maher's been rooting for a recession.
Anyone who went the last 2 weeks because I said going through a recession would be worth it if it undermined Trump's popularity has to enroll in college and take a course in perspective. A recession is a survivable event. What Trump is doing to this country is not.
Now,
there we go. Yeah.
Wait. Notice that my finger can stop booing? It's an anti-boo finger. Now, I get what Bill is saying. If Trump loses the economy, Trump loses his supporters, because why else would we keep him around? But in order for this to happen, a lot of people have to get hurt. A failing economy obviously has a downside. If businesses fail, people lose their jobs, and they can lose their homes. Except, of course, for the talk show host rooting for this idiocy. For a rich liberal like Maher, egging on a bad economy, it has no downside. You get rid of the president you hate, and you're not affected by the misery you've accepted as a consequence for others. Bill, I think you hit your head too many times doing this. That did not end well. All right. Jim, what do you make of this? Like, hey, take the recession because it's for the greater good.
Yeah, it's insane that he's saying that. But, you know, they really thought that Trump's poll numbers were going to be affected by the immigration mess.
Yeah.
It wasn't, because anyone with logic knows if you're coming in illegally, you're going to get separated from your kid. That's just the way it's going to be. If you come in from the port of entry, you're not going to get separated from your kid.
Yeah.
If I do something illegal with my son and he's with me, I'm going to get separated from him. I'm going to jail and he's going somewhere else.
Yes.
I wish he can go to jail with me. That'd be great. We can hang out, we play games, we can fight over who's going to get top bunk. I would love that. But that's not going to happen. He's going to be traumatized that dad has to go to jail and he's separated too. That's just the law here.
That's a great father-son activity.
Yeah. And you know no one's going to mess with me, you know, try to sexually assault me. I'm like, look, I got my kid in the cell. Like, all right. I'll go to the next one.
Yes. They always observe that. There's somebody else there. All right, Kat. Why is it that no matter what the controversy there is, Trump just kind of rolls merrily on in the numbers, and the numbers kind of go up?
Because things are actually not that bad. They're actually kind of okay, but if you would watch a lot of the news on the left side, you would think that Trump was like the actual devil and everything was absolutely a disaster. But trusting these people to give a fair assessment of Trump would be like trusting a jilted ex-wife to give a fair assessment of her ex-husband. He might be this great guy with a great job who still takes care of the kids, and she'd be like, he only pretends to be a great dad to make me look bad, you know? Just look at this video of him pushing our daughter. Like, sure, she's on a swing, and she's giggling with delight, but still, what a monster. It's the same thing, and I think people can see through that.
Yeah, he's a man who pushes women around on a swing, but nevertheless. Tyrus, do you think that the critics are so obviously in emotion land that they can't see the positivity? Yes, what?
Let's get after it. All right, go ahead, Greg. You didn't finish your question, Greg. So
because you cut me off.
Sorry.
Do you think it's because they're blinded by emotion that they cannot see the positive effects of the economy?
I think because they know that's the only trigger that will affect the base and will affect, well, it doesn't matter who it was, Brock, George Bush. The economy goes, we don't love you no more.
Yeah.
It's your fault. That's the way the job works. We can handle other things. We can handle the banter and the fighting back and forth and the Twitter wars because this doesn't affect our bottom lines.
Yeah.
My light bill still goes on even though he tweets back and forth with whomever arguing about whatever. That doesn't affect us. But if I can't make my bills paid and I lose my home, then I got a problem with the president. So I think that's the Bill's wishing is I think he's at the same time he's also sending a message. That's the only shot. As long as the economy is there and strong, there'll be no changes. There'll be no blue wave.
Yeah.
There'll be, none of that stuff's going to happen. They got one shot.
Yeah.
They hope that he goes bankrupt.
Yeah.
Bankrupts America. That's their hope.
They're trying so many things, Terry. They tried the Russian collusion thing. They compared him to Hitler. That didn't work. Mental instability, remember that old stuff. Nothing's working.
It's not working. And they're really banging their heads. Well, look, to be fair to them, when Rush Limbaugh said, I hope President Obama fails.
Yeah, it's true.
So fair.
Yes.
But here's the difference. And my good buddy Andrew Wilkow from Wilkow Majority says this. He goes, what's good for the Democrats is not good for the country.
I think I said that, but anyway.
I don't think you did.
Yes.
I don't think. I agree to disagree. But the point is, though, that's the difference between Limbaugh saying it, and in my opinion, and Maher saying it. What are the Democrats going to run on? These taxes are too low. Raise them. The economy's doing better. Let's crush it. Our enemies are afraid of us. Let's make friends with them again. You know what I mean? Let's bring back the VA. So I mean, like they have to have the insanity. And to your point, which is exactly right, the internet is forever. And all this stuff is open now. So things that we didn't know about in the 70s and the 60s with the radicals, we weren't now we got them all. Hey, dude, you said that. You did this. And they're busted. And I don't know how they can get out of it except to try to intimidate people.
Well, I think it's just going to get more heated.
I think it's going to continue to get heated, Greg.
It's going to get more heated.
Yeah, passionate.
I'm going to get more heated.
Passionate.
Shortly. All right, still to come, a new poll asks if we'd be better off if Hillary were president. I think that answered the question.
From America's News Headquarters, I'm Marianne Rafferty. Thousands taking to the streets today to protest President Trump's immigration policies. More than 700 marches from coast to coast, including Washington, New York, and Los Angeles. They want the Trump administration to end its zero-tolerance policy. Many of the more than 2,000 children separated from their parents remain in shelters and foster homes. President Trump is spending the weekend in New Jersey. He tweeted, "When people come into our country illegally, we must immediately escort them back out without going through years of legal maneuvering." And on Tuesday, a federal judge ordered the White House to reunite separated families. The administration has 2 weeks to do that for children under the age of 5 and 30 days for older kids. I'm Marianne Rafferty. Now back to the Greg Gutfeld Show.
"20 months since her loss. Few regret she ain't the boss." A new survey finds that most people don't think the country would be better off with Hillary as president. According to a Rasmussen poll of likely voters, just 40% say the country would be better off with Clinton instead of Trump. But 47% disagrees, saying the country wouldn't be better off. And the remaining 13% said, "Leave me alone, you're not my dad." So why does this matter? Because she might never go away. A separate poll revealed that 32% of Democrats prefer Joe Biden as the 2020 Democratic nominee, followed by Hillary Clinton with 18%. We asked a Bernie Sanders supporter what he thought of that. My thoughts exactly. All right, Kat. 40% of people wish she had President Clinton. Is that number seem too high or too low to you? That's amazing.
Kind of high. I can't imagine wanting her to be president because of serious things. Like, I'd be worried about my Second Amendment rights, but also because of, like, I'd have to listen to her talking so much, and that would be tough. But I think the most interesting thing is, by the way she conducts herself, you can tell that she doesn't think this is the case.
Yeah.
She clearly behaves as of, see how bad it is? You know, if you bet you guys regret not voting for me and me not being the president. That's how she carries herself. If she saw this study, she probably would not get out of bed.
Yeah.
Or like she would blame it on the Russians.
Yes, exactly.
Which I'm going to start doing that. I'm going to, next time someone doesn't like me, I'm going to say those damn Russians.
Mm-hmm. They have their fingers in everything. All right, Tyrus, I'm going to ask you a question that you're going to object to.
Wait, let's get after it. Go.
I have a theory.
This is good every time.
I have a theory that Hillary is like an aging rapper. Right? Time to move on and start acting in Law & Order SVU. She's got to take a...
Whoa! Whoa, don't talk about Ice-T like that.
Take a page out of Ice-T.
He didn't age.
Take a page.
He moved on. He graduated.
That's my point.
He's an actor. He moved up.
Yeah.
He didn't get kicked out of the rap game and just show up on NBC getting a job. He chose that.
All right.
He's got Coco. Get off him. Find something else.
He does have Coco.
Find something else.
You didn't see that coming?
No. That's why I asked him, just for the heck of it.
He can't take his eyes off your pants. He can't see anything.
He's not alone.
What are your thoughts on Hillary?
I think, well, again, this is our fault. You keep talking about it.
Yeah.
You keep poking fun. Eventually, the bear's going to get out the cage, and in this case, sit on your front lawn and talk to you. But she's not going away because we continue to bring her up.
Yeah, but I love bringing her up.
Yeah, you love it.
It's
but
an endless supply of fun. She's like a ticker tape of inanities.
How many times, let me ask you, when Barack Obama was president, how many polls were there going, how are things if Romney were in? There were none.
That's so true.
They do these things to keep the division, to keep the argument.
Because there's
shame on them.
Because this is more about Trump. It's like, what if there wasn't Trump? Yeah.
What if that would have been 51%?
That's true.
You know, what
But
if
it
they
wasn't.
skewed it? No, it was 40. It was still high.
Yeah, but it was
But
higher.
the point is,
the opposite was
but for the people that are upset, it gives them another reason to still be upset. There's no rhyme or reason to the poll. It doesn't matter. She's not president. There's no change. There's nothing.
I think, Terry, that the message that Tyrus is saying is that she should run again, perhaps with Biden. Could you imagine that? Hillary Biden, combined age 400.
Hip ticket.
Here's
the thing that really just it just irks guys like me about Hillary Clinton, and this is just take all the shenaniganry and stuff behind the scenes and FBI and DOJ. This is indisputable. Hillary Clinton did things that if I did as a Green Beret team sergeant, I would have lost my security clearance, I would have lost my career, and I would be in Leavenworth. That's a fact that happened, and she's walking out here like this to all the guys like me who actually pay attention to this. She committed felonies, guys. That is absolutely, whatever the background stuff is, that is true. It's a fact, and I get to watch this woman do this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And it just, and if she became president, the slap in the face to guys like me in the military that actually try to do the right thing. And she was just like, yeah, screw you, I deserve it. No, Hillary, I do. I like seeing her come out. It's entertaining to see her in her pain, and I'm awful to say that.
Yeah.
Because how dare, think about what she did, man. That really did happen.
I know. I just keep thinking you probably like Leavenworth, because you.
I heard the food's good.
The food's good. You get to work out all the time.
Yeah, you get the free dress code.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Jim, last word to you. What do you make of all this? What about the comfortable old blanket theory of just letting her run again with Biden? Because everybody go, oh, we know these people. It's more relaxing.
She can't run again because she's run out of excuses why she lost. She has none left.
Yes.
If she loses in 2020, what is she going to say? Oh, my Uber driver, I only gave him 2 stars, and he didn't vote for me, and that's why I lost the election. She has no excuses left.
That's true.
She already went to the white females, didn't vote for me because the husbands control them. I know a lot of married guys, and no husbands control those marriages. None of them. None of them.
He's spoken.
He speaks the truth. Yeah. By the way, 2020 is going to be nuts because you're not only going to have the Democratic debates, you're going to have Trump tweeting about them. That's going to be, and it's going to be like Mystery Science Theater. People are going to they should have Trump. They should have Trump watching the debates, like Mystery Science Theater.
Like looking at the screen.
Yeah, when he sits up at the screen, he's got popcorn. Would be amazing. We should do that on Fox.
That's brilliant.
I should host it. All right, coming up. Has science proved aliens don't exist? I hope not. My dream is to eat one. That's my favorite.
Imagine.
There's no E.T., just you and me. A new study from Oxford University, whatever that is, claims there's likely no intelligent life outside of Earth. How about on Earth? We went to Whoopi Goldberg for comment.
Get out of my behind! Get out of my vagina! Get out!
Oh, Gutfeld, good.
Had to work that in somewhere. I'm with her. All right. Researchers say they've solved something called the Fermi paradox, which goes like this. If there's billions of stars in the universe, then at least some should support Earth-like planets full of life, and at least one of those civilizations should have developed interstellar travel. Yet we've never been visited by aliens. Guess they've never seen Carrot Top. But using some mind-bending math and our latest scientific knowledge, scientists concluded the probability that we're alone in this galaxy is 99.6%. That's the same score I got at the trampoline lookalike contest. Here's video proof.
100,000 pounds. But surely most fires will... Oh my God! Trampoline! Trampoline! Oh my God! Oh my God!
Very observant fellow. Kat, do you believe in aliens?
I don't think that we can ever really know. I think that this study is very arrogant because maybe they do exist and they just don't want to hang out with us.
They're just not into you.
They've seen us. They've seen that we like things like watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians and Cheese Whiz, which is cheese in a can.
It is.
Cheese in a can. And yes, I have eaten it. And so they're just like, maybe we don't want them to invite us over and watch rich women complain while they eat salads in their mansion and eat canned cheese. And they just don't want to hang out with us and do those activities.
I think this is, when you bring up food, you know where I'm going.
Sort of food. Cheese-flavored foam.
It's delicious.
We're on Earth. We eat earthlings. You know, a pig is an earthling.
Right.
Cow's an earthling. Even vegetarians eat broccoli. That's an earthling. July 4th, we're having a hot dog eating contest. How barbaric is that? Just eating a hot dog. Get it out of the car. But my point is this.
Greg.
We have a right to eat the aliens, Terry. If we're already eating earthlings, why can't we eat aliens, space aliens?
You can if you're bigger and tougher than them, sure. Yeah.
What if they're really tasty? They're like a carb.
Every creature, if you think about it, every creature on Earth something has to die to keep it going. Sure. There might be aliens. What do you think? I think there might be. Yeah, why not?
Jim?
I don't know. You know, I mean, you sort of the fighter jets following that. Yeah. Object at one time, so I was thinking, and then the Pentagon put like $30 million in a fund to check out UFOs, see if they're out there. I'm on the fence, but I was in Colorado a couple weeks ago. I ate an edible. I saw things in the sky. I did. I saw a lot of stuff.
Legit.
So I'm in.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm going to go back, Tyrus. Imagine if you discover an alien and it tastes like a carb, but has the consequences of a protein. So it's like, imagine it like pasta that tastes like a Cinnabon. Even if it looks like a bunny, it doesn't matter because we eat bunnies here.
Okay, I'm not getting after that with you. I'm not going to eat it.
Yeah.
I saw Star Trek. If it's green and looks good, we might invent something new before I probably eat it. I mean, it's better than, an earthling woman. So I think obviously they've been here.
Yeah.
They saw us, cleaned up their mess, and got the hell out of Dodge. So they left. I think they flew in and be like, they're eating each other. Let's go. And they left. I mean, they left the pyramids behind. They left a bunch of other stuff. Some of us look a little different than others.
Talking about me?
No.
Why are you saying bad things about Kat, you misogynist?
No.
You're pointing at me? Look.
Yeah, Greg.
I already have the name.
Hold on, whoa. Greg, he's in the AI. He's quick to sell out humans for the next best thing. There's a lot of evidence. He always goes to vacations, but there's never photos.
No pictures.
Yeah.
There's no pictures.
He's married, but we've never met her. I'm just saying.
She's very private. She's very private.
Oh, Tyler's the worst, man.
He's into like Misfits, Hate Maroon 5, very unearthly.
If there are aliens,
get your point, though.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to open the first alien edible restaurant, and I already have the name for it. E.T.
Greg.
What?
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we approve.
Thank you. All right, so nobody cares. I don't believe there's any aliens anywhere. We would have seen them by now. Right?
Yeah.
Right?
It kind of doesn't matter, does it?
And we don't need them. Seriously. Space aliens are just annoying.
No matter what, whatever population we bump against, whether it's another human one, it's always going to be about food and resources. So if they're not coming here to say hi.
No, exactly.
They're coming here because maybe they need a new place to live.
They could be here already, but they're really small. They could be tiny.
No, dude.
Tiny, like little bugs.
No more
little
barn
small TV
hosts.
All right.
Writing tons of notes for an hour show. You're all being categorized. You know that, right?
He's hurting me now. All right, still to come. Male corsets, golden cowboy boots. The Paris menswear show was this week. I know what I'm getting Lou Dobbs for Christmas. with some never-before-seen outfits, namely male corsets paired with cowboy boots. Thank God, because male corsets without cowboy boots would be absurd.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Designer John Galliano, good friend of mine, says the inspiration was to, quote, discover a new sensuality, a new sexuality, I'm with them, which can be found in dudes in corsets. Thanks, Obama. And the corsets weren't even the weirdest part. There was also this. Interesting. He's a Swedish fish. And then there was this. That's terrible. And then, of course, this. That's just garbage. I don't know what that is. Anyway, Terry, I'm going to go to you first because you're kind of a fashion maven. Do we have a picture? Yeah, there you are. The only reason why we're doing this segment is so I can embarrass you with this picture you posted on Twitter.
I'm not embarrassed.
You should be. Who wears shorts like this? What do you shop at Baby Gap?
I know. By the way, if anybody knows where Baby Gap is, it's you, little man. That's what you wear under a wetsuit. Thanks very much.
All right.
Yeah.
Have you ever walked a runway?
No. Is anybody going to invite me? I mean,
I don't know. After that picture,
I have no grace to do that.
Jim, what's with why is like Fashion Week? They always have really crazy stuff that you never see.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to come here to the States. It might look good on Terry with the, with the pirate shirt.
Yes, I think so. I don't know. Tyrus, what do you think? A good corset might be healthy and it makes you feel good. They're called Spanx. They're called Spanx in TV land. Men wear Spanx.
I just don't want to live in a world where we walk around in corsets. I mean, it's just, what's the point? I don't. For a guy, what's the point?
I don't know. Maybe to feel good, look good.
But it's just from every one of them. You just want to stare at your nipples. I mean, is that? There's no T-shirt. It's just a.
It makes you thinner.
But it.
All right.
I don't know, man. I'm old.
Greg, would you wear that on your vacation coming up?
I'm thinking about it, actually.
Fair question.
I thought it looked rather attractive, but I live on the edge. I'll wear just about anything, provided that it's been cleaned. I don't know. Kat, thoughts, fashion, male, etc., corsets?
I think that this was super lazy. They didn't actually come up with anything new. They just took chick fashion and put it on dudes. Laziest designer ever.
Wow.
And I also think that even fashion's not that hard and not that complicated. You should never wear anything you see at a fashion show unless you want to get punched in the face.
Really?
Yeah, if I was watching fashion shows, I'd be sitting here with giant metal wings and some sort of elaborate headdress on right now. It's not that hard. All you need is some places you wear dresses and some places you wear jeans, and then you throw on a pair of glasses, even if you have perfect vision.
Right, that's true.
Which I've heard some people do.
Yes, exactly.
And then you're set.
I have a lot of fashion negatives. I don't like cargo shorts at work because legs are ugly. I don't like flip-flops on men at work. I see that. Feet are ugly.
You wouldn't want to hang out. I think it was flip-flops on your show one time.
And then when you see people in sweats at supermarkets, you're either sick, which is okay, or you're unattached.
Whoa! That's my preferred go-to.
Really?
Yeah, I wear sweats all the time. They're comfortable. Yeah, it's not like a corset.
But this kind of what? It's a lazy man's corset.
No, I'm getting after it by being comfortable, and no one needs to see all my junk. I'm not going to wear skin-tight bell-bottoms when I go shopping.
Oh, that's it.
I like being comfortable. I literally wear cargo. Actually, Greg, I wear cargo sweat shorts. Kiss my ass.
Just so you know, this may look ridiculous. This is a pirate shirt. Pirates are
pirate blouse.
Okay,
pirate blouse.
Whatever. These actually have enough give in them that I can still kick people in the head with this.
I'm
just telling you to do it. I do that. So come at me.
The other no for me is chaps, especially on my leather sofa.
Yeah,
because
they stick.
Yeah, it sticks. I have a tarp at the ready just for complicated moments.
I have chaps for my motorcycle sometimes.
I don't need to.
Yeah.
All right, don't go anywhere. Final thoughts next.
Sales event. 0% financing for 72 months. And no payments for 90 days on